Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to take a look at the short approach. So whereas the point to the numbers, we basically point at the numbers and take a left, a short approach is an entire approach pattern basically compressed into a very small area. Typically when you're doing a short approach, you're doing it for the purposes of simulating an emergency. In this case, we're just going to go through the kind of motions of it as if it's a regular landing, but what you'll notice is we're not going to be doing a lot with the power here. Most of this is just going to be basic energy control and getting the plane dirty and controlling our angle the whole time. Let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I was a little confused because there seems to be two control towers here, but I'm going to ignore that for now. So we're going to go ahead and get my plane at the correct speed here. I'm just let it kind of frozen. It's run out of energy. And unfreeze. Perfect. Going to get a little heavy on the nose here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly my regular left downwind here. Yeah, nothing too crazy. This is just everybody's favorite. Just make a downwind. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the short approach. The short approach typically begins right when you hit that point right there. Right there. Now we're going to begin our approach immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dirty the plane up. And I'm going to just stick the nose down. And we're going to try to stay as close to that end of the runway as we possibly can throughout the duration of our little descent here. One thing we do not want to do is we do not want to get away from the airport. We want to try to keep ourselves fairly close to whatever our effective glide speed is. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come around as if it was a normal approach. Now, one thing I like to do with this one that works really well is I'll actually go right base to final here rather than going straight to base. And there's our point. We'll go ahead and take a left. Again, keep yourself close to your glide speed. You don't want to gain any speed. If you feel yourself start to gain speed, remember you can always slip the plane. And we're going to go right past that touchdown point, but that's okay. It's much better to be at a correct speed than it is too fast. Now notice the ridiculously steep angle we're going to have to recover from in just a moment here. All right, let's start recovering. And remember, this is a Cessna 182, so you got to hold that nose up real high. Runs out of energy at about 7 degrees. Wait for it, and we're down. Perfect. So as you can see, the shorter approach was a little different because instead of having this long, drawn-out, sort of tenuous affair where you're lining yourself up and getting approach speed, the entire approach was executed in under a minute, which is very good to practice. It's not necessarily something you want to do when people are around unless you're specifically asked to do so. Enjoy.